I think we can all agree that whoever was the creator of this life designed it right. And I don't really want to stress too much on the whom, but just the fact that the creation itself, the fact that this life is how it is. Every single day I live, I get closer and just have a more wow and more in awe about just the nature of life and life itself. And this has just led me to realize different polarities and things in my life. I've been reading this book called The Kabbalion. I definitely recommend it. It's a bit, you know what I'm saying, a little bit above the average reader, but I think it's a good book and things that everybody can apply to their life. So definitely. And it also, I just finished the chapter on polarity. So that's kind of what we talking about here. And you experience it every day in your life, but I really seen it and I led me to make this video. So what I realized is if you go too far north, then you end up going south. Just think about like the earth. If you go all the way to the top of the North Pole and you just keep going north, you're gonna keep going back around until you end up south. And that applies with everything in life. It's like if you have way too much of anything, even the great things in life like love, money, all of those things, it ends up becoming the opposite. Like if you have too much love or overbearing love, it breeds hate. And that's crazy that the very thing, the opposite thing, creates the other. And that's what makes them, I feel like. At one point of the extreme, you end up at the other extreme. As so far to the point of love, you somehow bring yourself back around to hate, because that's the cycle. That's the other side of the coin. There's two sides to things. So it's important to be mindful and know that anything of anything too much is not good. And I've seen it manifest in so many different ways. Like people will be super loving or too loving, and then the love ends up becoming control and egoic and forgets the attributes and characteristics of love just because it's trying to cling to love and all of those things. So just think about anything in your life. If you put too much emphasis on it, too much energy on it, then you see it often starts to run away from you, or it doesn't give you all that you thought it would give you. So I'll move up a little bit. The sunlight. Life is a game of polarity. There's two sides to pretty much everything. Left and right, up and down, you can name it. Hot and cold. We could go on all day. There's almost an infinite amount of polarities into every single thing. Life and death. Wake up and sleep. Like all of those things are all different polarities. But the interesting thing about polarity is it's basically just two definitions of the same thing, and that's duality. Like I think if you zoom out far enough, duality is just oneness. It's just everything is the universe. But with the human mind, we break it down into good, bad, on all these differentiations. But ultimately, the two poles are still expressing the same thing. Like high and low are expressing the same thing. It's still on the line. High is just the high point and low is just the low point, but they're still both expressing the same thing as in height. So it's cool to just know that. And even I really like the quote, when you go too far north, you end up south. So even in you trying to pursue your dreams, trying to do all these things so much, you might end up going down more so than going up because you're trying so hard. And that's such a big thing. Trying, a lot of times, it doesn't give us what we want. And that's what we've been taught over the years. Try your hardest, work so hard, and you'll get everything you want. But we see that is clearly not the case. So learn to stop trying so hard. And if you just pay attention to your life, the things that have effortlessly manifested and things of that sort have been things where you don't really depend on them too much. That's, I think, the difference. Depending. When you depend on something, then you push it away and you give it too much energy, and you end up going to the other side of the polarity, the opposite, by you holding on and putting so much emphasis on whatever it is. So yeah, man, anything too much will often ruin you. Even the greatest thing in your life, even love, money, all of those things, too much. And I think it's not so much too much, but it's the way that it's the emphasis that you put on it. It's how much feeling, how much not conviction, but how much you depend on that thing to make you feel a certain way. Because it's not the things we depend on, it's the feelings they give us. So when we take out the fact of needing the thing, then life becomes a whole lot easier, because we start to see that you don't have to force so much, and the things that you're wanting so much, you don't even really want them. You want the feeling they give you. So just think, like, if you want love so much, you are probably not feeling loved, feeling fear, or feeling hate, or one of the other polar opposites of love. So you want love so much, when you get the love, you end up bringing yourself back to the hate, to the lower frequency, because you're clinging too much to it. And I think that's also a big thing, clinging and attaching to things. It's easy to attach yourself to the things you love, the things you want, because you want them forever. That's just human nature. But we know that we won't be here forever, and the things won't be here forever, even oftentimes more fleeting than us. So knowing that, I think a good thought just to keep in the back of your head is appreciating life for what it is, but not being too caught up in the fact that life happens and life will happen, but appreciating it while it's here. I think we have too much, our internal clocks are too long upon when we will enjoy our lives, and we prolong it to getting certain things. We get those certain things, we get an abundance of that thing, and then we end up hating it, and it's like, damn, I didn't even really want this in the beginning. It was just the feeling that thing gave me. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. Anything, or you go too far north, you end up going south. Too much of anything often produces the opposite. The things you condemn are often the things you become. Appreciate y'all for watching. I just dropped a new song, On the Road, one of my favorites. We got the EP, Good Girls Gone Bad. Well, it's really a project, 10 songs with my homie, coming out real soon, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all, and we out. Unlimited.